Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Now this video was supposed to be for a hop with the card hopping group where the theme was use it or lose it. And I did not get it done in time, but I still wanted to share my process. And I will also link to the hop in case you want to hop along and see what everybody did create. I've not even had a chance to go watch yet, so I will be doing that with you. So again, the theme was use it or lose it, as in things that you have in your stash that you either have never used or it's been a very long time and they've been gathering dust and they just need some love. And then the techniques were, I can't remember if it was inside or outside, in or out, something like that. And you could choose whether you wanted to do something on the inside of the card, outside of the card. Really, you could interpret that however you wanted. So, but yeah, here I am. So the things that you see on the screen right now, the paper with the green, that is left over from a gel plate print that I used. Oh my goodness, it was an embossing folder that I used to print on the gel plate print, and then I pulled it all, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, you see those those deep greens, and there's some yellows in there, shades of green, beautiful, beautiful print, but I could never find the right way to finish using it. I actually used the leftovers in the same week. So there's no more of that gel plate print left, and that makes my heart happy because I'm using my prints, and I love to use my prints in card making, in art journaling, in any way. I just want them to get some love. So I stamped on the pole with this beautiful poppy. In fact, it's called Pretty Poppies. It is from Darkroom Door, and I've not used this one very much either, but I don't know why. I love it. It's just sat there waiting for some love. So here we are. Stamped it up on the print as well as on this spare sheet of, I guess it's a scrap of white paper. Now this is not watercolor card, so I'm pushing my luck. And I am watercoloring with my beautiful PinkFresh Studio inks. I love my PinkFresh inks. It's been a minute since I've used them, but I had to give them some love as well. So just smushed them out on my desk, sprayed them with some water to make them fluid, and I just go back and forth with these 3 different shades of yellow, pinky, oranges, and just fill in my poppies as I want, adding more color to intensify where I want to intensify, and then I let it dry. So like with most mediums, I always say it's all about the layers. So layers and layers of the watercolor / ink, and now I have it dry, and now I'm adding layers with my colored pencils. Now these colored pencils, I wrote the names on the side, but the darkest, I could not read that to save my life. So I have no idea, but it's kind of, that one is kind of a browny red. I don't know, I could not read it. So I started to write down the letters and see if I could piece it together, but I just gave up. Anyway, so I just added some depth and dimension around the edges and where the creases are and things like that, just where I felt like I wanted there to be a little bit more intensity. Then I fussy cut it out, and I went along the edges with the Sharpie because I didn't want any white to be showing, because that would be distracting when I have everything cut right up to the edge and there's so much black going on. So got that done, and now I come in with my Arteza, they're the fine point pen. I can't remember what they're called, but it was on the screen, and I'll try to have everything linked and listed downstairs in the description box. But I went in with that and just again added more layers of detail, and then of course you saw me come in with my white gel pen for the same. Now I went a little wonky, or a little crazy, I guess, with the white gel pen, but it's okay. It is what it is. And so now you see my gel plate print and stamped layer. You see my fussy cut layer, and now I'm doing a layering layer. I never know what to call that, but I wanted to add some of those grungy details. So I pulled out that border stamp. It's called Skullduggery Borders. It's from Indigo Blue. I've had this for years. I've used it, but not very often. So anyway, just stamp that out a little bit to add some grungy details to that background. I will come in and use it on the card base as well. And then I used my favorite from Whimsy, the vintage script, and added some more grungy details with that one. And like I said, I was coming into the card base itself, and I do a little bit of the ink blending around the edges, some more of those stamp details. And from time to time, you'll see me spray everything with a water bottle. That's just to allow that ink to move and give it some of that, I don't know, kind of a ethereal look. And if you spray your ink while it's still on the stamp before you actually stamp it, you really get a nice watercolory, like blurry, movementy look. I don't know. Anyway, give it a try. Put some ink on your stamp, spray it with some water, and then stamp it. It'll give you, depending on the image, a very ethereal print with lots of movement. So I have all 3 layers ready, and I'm lifting up the print as well as the fussy cut flowers. All of those are lifted up on some double-sided foam tape. Of course, you know you have to have some splatter. So I got that red back out, but I didn't want it to be too bold of red. I just wanted there to be a carryover of the red in some other way. So I mixed it with a little bit of the vintage photo, so it's more of a brownie red. And you can't really even see it on the screen, but there are splatters of red on the panel, on the layering layer, and on the card base. And you saw me put some on the inside too, because this was inside out, so I decided I'd go inside too. So just a little bit of ink blending, that one stamp, and some splatter, and that is it. So off screen I added some, this calls for confetti. I believe these are Sparkle All the Way. They're from that mix. And then you can see I did a little bit of embroidery floss up at the top, just because, again, I wanted that red to be somewhere else. But you can see all the detail. You can see how beautiful that heat embossing is. And yes, I did go overboard with the white, but you know what? It doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't hate it. So this is my card. I want to thank Jen, my sweet friend, for hosting all of the card hop and hops for the last, oh gosh, are we in our 3rd year, Jen? I'm not even sure, but thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. And I'm sorry I didn't get this up in time, but I definitely wanted to share, and I wanted to give you props and draw some attention to the hop. So guys, go hop along. The hashtag will be downstairs in my description box. I might even put it in the title. It just depends. But please hop along, give them some support and some love. And until next time, guys, I thank you so much for being with me. If you're new, if you're old, I love you. I appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you haven't already, hit the like button, and most of all, meet me downstairs in the comments. I really love to connect with you guys. Thank you so much. And this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah! I'm out.